Yeah.
I think that's my name.
First of all, thank you very much to receive us from Drum Channel Brasil.
No problem.
And I have to start with a cliche. A question cliche. When you became interested in music and drums, and what were your influences?
In the beginning, let's see. I was 12 years old, and I played piano, keyboards.
Yeah, your father was a piano
My
player.
father was a piano player. You know more about me than I do.
No.
Yeah,
Yes, a research. That was the research.
When I was 6, I started taking piano lessons, and then when I was 12, I woke up when my uncle was a drummer, and he used to listen to me play, but he'd say that I was playing the piano very percussively. And then he said to my father, maybe we should get him a drum kit. And they shared the cost of my first drum kit, which I remember was called Ajax.
Ajax.
Yeah, which I don't think you can find them anymore. But anyhow.
But it was England made.
Yeah, when I was 12, I was very small. I didn't grow until later. But the drum kit was actually bigger than me. I have a photograph where the bass drum looks twice the size of me. It's like, so anyhow, I played that for 3 months, and I took a couple of drum lessons, but then I started thinking, this guy's trying to teach me how to play drums like he plays the drums. I want to play them like I want to play the drums. And so I kind of developed my own technique at a very early age of being able to feel comfortable behind a drum kit. And
no influences, no other drummers.
No, and then I started listening to when the Beatles and the Beach Boys, and it was very starting around that time. And so I kind of latched onto those guys, but then I used to sit and listen to, there's an album from back then which was Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa.
The drum battle.
Anyhow, I listened to that a lot, and I went, there's more to this than I think. So I started kind of just sitting, playing along with them and with records. And I remember the first day I said, you know what? I can actually go boom, 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 like Ringo. And I thought, I got this. I know how to play drums now. And then it just developed from kind of there. So those were my very first influences. But I was also just interested in music in general because I got a piece of wood and I made my own guitar. And I made my own guitar and it only had one string.
Yeah.
And I got a little Bacchus berry pickup and I put it on the piece of wood. And I was playing one string along with Beatles songs. So it gave me a melodic sense. And so I just played along with vocals and vocal lines and started singing with it. And but then I think that affected me back then, and it helped me develop a style where my playing melodically in drumming.
Okay.
So
that was a further question that I would like to do.
Yeah. And the thing is to listen to everything that's going on around you and use that within.
It was in early 60s.
I'm not that old.
I'm sorry.
It's
kidding.
It was around, I'd say 65, 66.
You play along with the Beatles records.
Yeah, I've got 65, 64, 65 around that area. I can't remember really. My life at that time was within 3 months after starting to play, I was playing in a band. So that was how you really started to learn to play at a very early age, playing in a band.
That's the best school, I think.
Yeah, well, the band was a tribute band to the Beatles, so I'd been listening to that music a lot, so I just kind of like picked a lot of things up at an early age, but I was going to school, and in the morning I would deliver newspapers,
Okay.
and then go to school all day, come home, my mother would feed me, and then I'd go out and I'd play drums all night.
All night, yes.
And then
I read about that. In your early years as a drummer, you played with Ginger Baker Air Force, with the legendary Phil Seaman.
I always laugh when people.
Yeah, how was that experience? It seems Phil Seaman doesn't have exactly not a good humor, let's say, that way.
It is a little bit humorous, but if you wanted in one word about the experience of playing with Air Force, absolutely crazy.
Crazy.
It was.
But the sound was crazy. It was a sort of psychedelic sound.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Well, number one, it was a band with 4 drummers in it, so when you have 4 drummers in a band, it gets pretty crazy. So
Yes. A lot of flames.
it's very crazy with one drummer.
Drag flames.
Anyhow, the drummers were Remy Kabaka. He was an African drummer.
You're working now. How you say?
Remy Kabaka. He's an African, but he played big
Okay.
stand-up.
In Air Force.
Yes.
Yes, at Air Force. Yes, yes.
And
Ginger Baker with 2 best drummers.
Jim Baker and Phil Seaman.
Phil Seaman.
So usually only 2 drummers played kits together. So I played maybe 5 songs, and Phil Seaman and Gigi played some by himself, and Phil Seaman played some songs with him too. But when he was playing with Ginger, I would play keyboards. Or I'd play a log drum or tubular bells. It was like, and I used to, some of the stages were pretty small, so I'd have to crawl underneath the drum kit to get to the tubular bells. And it was very crazy on stage.
Okay. John Lennon's live piece in Toronto, 1969,
Yeah.
featuring you, Eric Clapton, Furman on the bass,
Yes.
was the first very successful album from John Lennon. Is that right?
Yeah.
And was made upon a non-authorized recording. Is that right?
No. It was. They knew they were recording.
But it was not supposed to become a record.
I think they planned on recording the whole show, everybody at the show. It's just they took that part of it and made an album out of it.
It was a huge success.
Yeah, well, it was John Lennon. And, you know, John Lennon doing his first solo thing after the Beatles. So,
Was that's record?
yeah.
And before that, you have recorded Instant Karma with him.
No, after that.
After that, so my search was
That
wrong.
was the first thing I did with
John Lennon
John Lennon.
was Instant Karma.
I was at home. And I had my own band, and we were doing shows in London. And John and Lennon saw me in a nightclub playing. The band was playing, and I guess he came in and left because I never actually saw him myself. And then, when basically he called me up the next day and said, I have a show.
And it's really, you thought it was a joke?
I thought it was my friend playing a joke on me, so I put the phone down. And 5 minutes later, he called back and said, no, he said, no, really, it's John Lennon. I saw you play last night. He said, you'd be really great doing the songs. And I said, I fell off my chair on the floor. It was like, that was pretty much the biggest break that ever happened to me. And
I imagine.
But I was only 20 years old when I did all of that stuff. So.